I think this is the most horrifying thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm genuinely terrified. Hello, this is the review for Transformers. Transformers Cybertron Deluxe Class Shockwave. You know, I would show you the box, but I don't have the box. So, yeah. Anyway, let's just get on to the review. So, inside of it, Cybertron Shockwave turns into this thing. I think it's a tank on wheels. I mean a tank with legs. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm horrified. Don't know about you, but I'm horrified. So it is made of a deep purple plastic, which is cheaper than a Siege figure, a War for Cybertron trilogy's figure, but it definitely has the articulation of a War for Cybertron figure. It has paint going through. It has pinkish paint, and I like how it's not overwhelming the purple. It's just enough. Like, it's perfect, just enough. There was a tiny splotch of paint on mine though. I think that's just a paint mistake. Let's see if I can. Yeah, I can't do mine. So of course, articulation. There's a ball jointed shoulder. There's a swivel, a hinge joint, and this is for transformation, but you can use this. On the back, there is a hinge joint and hinge joint with a hinged skirt piece with a swivel, a hinge joint, and a hinge joint. And there was also a hinge joint on the cannon, and since it's a 5mm port, it can do one of these. Boostability on here is pretty good, but I have to admit, seeing this thing move on the show, I'm scared about this thing looking at me when I'm sleeping. Look at that face. That disgusting face. It's very disgusting. Okay, so I would do comparisons, but I'm not. I'm trying to get this done, but what I will compare it to is the Spark Armor / Quintesson Invasion Pack Shockwave. There's that. Which, by the way, you can use this as like one of the tiny Shockwave spider things that are horrifying. And here is a Quintesson. Here is a good old boy. You know him. You love him. You probably hate him. Wheeljack. And the annoying piece of crap that I love, known as Rat Trap. If I can get him off the shelf. There we go. There he is. That's Rat Trap. On to transformation. Unpeg the gun, which you don't need to unpeg it from the hose, but just to make things easier, I will. Straighten out the legs, turn around using that swivel, turn it around and stand him up. Pull out the top part, flip it down, and then flip the backpack up, which we'll add the hose into later, and flip down the mandibles, flip down the arm, and then we're gonna flip up the ears. Then what we're gonna do is open up the arms, flip up the hand, flip in the foot, and there you go. Do it again on the other side. And here we have the robot. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. Wow. It's actually really good. So now we're gonna take a look at the accessories. Just a thing. He comes with Mac Adams' leg. Add that to the body. Ah! Okay. take a look at the accessories. He comes with his good old gun. I noticed that I've already pointed this out in a separate video. This does not go here in the show. It actually goes right there. So I yanked it off, plugged it in there, and there you go. Then you have a more accurate version of that. Let's just plug that back in. If you didn't skip the transformation like a good little boy, you knew that I removed the hose just to make things easier for me. There you go. There you go. That's a good wavy. That's a good wavy. He also comes with this. He also comes with this random gun. Oh man, this is sage. But this gun is I think this gun was actually on the Energon armor Shockwave that turned into a table. And it's pretty cool. And they're also running up on Siege, which each figure comes with an effect part, which is awesome. So you can take this, plug it in there, and now it looks like he's doing a pew 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 pew. Get that in there. Wait. I dang. Sorry about that. Okay. Wait, I need to see this. That's it. This is beating the Siege figure. Now on to posability. Get the weapon out of his hand. Swivel at the head, ball jointed, swivel here, hinge joint, hand swivel, waist swivel, hinge joint, swivel, hinge joint, and tilt. Oh, I also learned that this hand that is holding the gun does not actually have a swivel joint. So now let's bring in some. Now let's bring in some guys to compare him to. Let me move the camera up with just a tiny bit. The Quintesson, which is really not to scale. The tiny Shockwave, which I am using for his like tiny little spider tanks. Rat Trap. And of course, the one, the only, you love him, you probably don't, you probably hate him at this point, Wheeljack. See how they look together. So yeah, that was the review for Transformers Cybertron class. Shockwave. But let's throw in a bonus review. I threw it in. So yeah, I went to Five Below and stumbled upon a bunch of Prime Masters from 2018. Considering that I only bought one, that one being my Cronus, I just decided, you know what, I'll buy a couple. And I decided to buy Leisure Maximo and Vector Prime just to complete the wave. So here we have Transformers Power of the Primes, Liege Maximo. Now, he's a tiny guy. He has a skull which is painted white, and it was also molded in like crying detail, like tears, like bloody tears. There was some, I think that's gray plastic. I'm not sure if it's plastic or paint. White paint on the belt, and these things that I tried to put a weapon in does not fit. I broke a weapon. It's put in a nice purple plastic, much brighter than Shockwave. Articulation-wise, that's it. He also comes with an accessory where you pop off the thing on his back. Oh, look, Mom, now I'm Wolverine for Halloween. But there's more to this man. He is a pretender. So let's crack the shell and check out the nuts inside. Why did that sound so wrong? Open him up, and then you have the real Liege Max. Okay. This is Liege Maximo in his tiny glory. He has really good paint apps on the head for the small figure. Articulation, ball joint at the head, ball joint at the arms, hinge joint and a hinge joint, and that's basically it. That's his stick. And he transforms into the spark of Liege Maximo, which looks like its own insignia in itself. I love how when it powers up Starscream, it basically makes him even more of a liar, and when it powers up Wheeljack, not Wheeljack, but Grimlock, it just makes him a truthful little guy. Me, Grimlock, know what you did last Christmas. Nah! Anyway, if you didn't think that was enough, this thing transforms. You flip down the handle, flip this down, and what is this? What? It seems to flow a lot better with characters like Grimlock, but you have to put the prime armor on to make it look like it's good. If you attach Liege Maximo on, then it kind of just gives him oh my god. Okay, I like Liege Maximo. Put him on your shelf, and then when your grandma sees it, she'll be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you, fucking emo edgelord?" Yeah. Anyway, that was my review for Shockwave and Liege Maximo. That was a bonus review. So, I hope you liked it. If you did, if you want to, leave a like. If you want to, I'm so tired of YouTubers just going, leave a like if you blah, 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 blah. No, if you really want to, you can. I'm not forcing you to do anything. If you want to subscribe,